Hey, what's going on guys? I'm Silent Core and welcome to some Outriders. I've been playing this game a lot over this Easter weekend, so I thought I'd share with you guys 10 tips and tricks. Some of these are quite small, some of these are a bit more game changing that will really help your game time when playing Outriders. Alright, so let's jump right into that first tip. First of all, you can actually see the fire rate indicated on every single weapon, and that'll be notated by the 1, 2 or 3 bullets right below the weapon picture, and that'll indicate either a single, a burst, or a fully automatic weapon. And as an extra tip, you can actually change the fire rate of your weapons through crafting, with the exception of legendary weapons. The next tip is another very small one that is very easy to miss also, and that is that any mods that you already know will be indicated with a small square symbol. The symbol will basically look like this. It'll be a small 2x2 box, and mods with no symbol basically means that is a new mod that you don't already know. So if you go on to dismantle a gun or armor with a mod that you don't already know, it will actually unlock that mod for you, and even if it's multiple unknown mods on a single gun, you'll learn them all from just dismantling that one weapon. If you do dismantle any weapons or armor with a mod that you do know, it'll just give you the shards, and that can be used to upgrade your gear later. The next tip is that you can hit down on your D-pad or the letter H if you're on PC, and that is going to trigger auto-looting. And this is going to make your lives a lot easier, and you can also automatically pick up any loot that's left on the ground when you leave the area. If you also head into your settings, you can adjust auto loot rarity. I believe by default it's on epic, and it's probably worth picking up everything in my opinion, especially since you can dismantle it or sell it. So you can turn that right down and be able to auto loot all different types of rarities. While you're in your settings menu, you can also adjust the cinematic smoothing. That's also in the gameplay sections of the option settings in your menu, and this will stop the camera shaking. I know this was a big complaint by players during the beta, so it's really nice that they've added this option. The next tip that you guys need to know is that mods with the same name will not stack. Their bonuses will not stack for you. However, the mods with different names will always stack, and that does always also count for mods that have different names but do similar effects. So basically you can stack 3 different charges of some abilities, and as long as they have different names, they will always stack for you. The next tip is one that took me quite a while to figure out, and that is that you will lose a portion of your world tier status if you die in your current max world tier. So that's definitely an incentive to be more careful during your leveling up process. I definitely was realizing I was making my leveling up a lot more slower by actually dying and losing some of my world status. The next tip, when you're choosing between an ash effect or a freeze effect, it's better to go with the freeze effect. The freeze will actually freeze your enemies for 3.5 seconds, whereas the ash effect will freeze them for 2.5 seconds. So just want to bear in mind when you're choosing between these two abilities. And the last tip I have for you guys is for status effects on players, so you can melee to break out of ash, and also melee to break out of any freeze effects. If you're rolling, that will remove burns for you, and also healing removes toxic. And lastly, to stop bleed damage being dealt to you, you can also stand still to prevent that one. But yeah, this was my top 10 tips and tricks for the game Outriders. This game is available on Xbox, PlayStation and PC if you guys are interested. It's a very interesting blend of maybe like Gears of War meets Destiny meets Division meets Anthem. It's a bit of a blend of all of these different games, and definitely a lot of fun recently for me playing. So let me know down in the comments if you guys have any additional tips, or just let me know that you're enjoying Outriders so far if you have been playing it. Don't forget to leave a like on the video if you guys did enjoy. Have a great Easter, and I'll catch you in the next one.